If she was young, she was oversexed. If she was older, she was the object of derision. When it came to remarrying, widows had a rough time. Judith Flanders mentions how some men were terrified of remarrying a widow, as they felt they weren't the only one in the bedroom with the lady. Quoting from an article at the time, "To step not merely into a dead man's shoes, but to put your head in his very nightcap? To have a ghost for a rival, to have base comparisons drawn between yourself and an apparition?" There were many questions surrounding a widow wanting to remarry versus a widower. First off, if she had no children, what if she was infertile? You wouldn't want to marry her then. If she did have children, then the new husband would have to spend his hard-earned money on those kids. He'd have to take on said kids, and he'd have to split the inheritance of any kids he may have had from a previous marriage. Quoting from Flanders, "Furthermore, there was a generally accepted view that a second marriage was a form of adultery, a betrayal of the first husband who was, after all, waiting for his wife in the afterlife. How would one introduce husband two to husband one was the unspoken query, a query that never seems to have been posed to the men who remarry." Okay, so what happens if a widow finds herself in the position of being penniless after marriage and needing financial support? Many thought God would protect them and their fatherless children. There was an entire genre of paintings of widows in church or at their husbands' graves bearing titles like "Faithful."